Welcome to Amusement's Fantastic Flight. I'm inside Muse Knoxville today, thinking about what can fly in our world. Did you think about birds, insects, or bats? Animals and insects can move through the air on their own with no help for a length of time. What about people? How do we fly? We fly in airplanes, hot air balloons, and rockets. We need to build machines to power us through the air. But first, we need to learn about air pressure. Move your arm up and down through the air. Can you feel that you are pushing air? You can push or pull an object with your arm. Air is a force that can only push. It cannot pull. Air pushes on you every second and from every direction, even though you cannot see it or feel it. This constant push is called air pressure. Try this. Cut 2 strips of paper the length of the shorter side of a sheet of paper and approximately ½ an inch wide. Hold one end of the thin strip of paper with your thumb and finger. Now bring it close to your lips. The paper will be bending towards the floor. Take a deep breath and blow out quickly over the top of the paper. What do you think will happen? Let's try. Did your paper lift up? You force the moving air to squeeze between the paper and the air above it. As the air squeezed through, it sped up, lost pressure, and then stopped pushing as hard. The air below the paper remained still and had greater pressure to push the paper up. Let's do another simple experiment using the Windbag from your kit. Unfold it and pull the plastic apart to loosen it a little all the way down to the bottom. Tie off one end of the bag with a simple knot. Put the open end of the bag over your mouth and blow 3 big breaths of air into it, just like you're blowing up a balloon. Quickly grab the bag near your mouth, slide your hand down the bag so you push the air you blew into it towards the knotted end. Were you able to fill the Windbag? Guess how many breaths it would take to fill the bag completely? 15, 25, 50, even more? Luckily, science can help you to blow up the Windbag with only one big breath. Are you ready? Have a helper hold the knotted end of the Windbag at your mouth level. Spread out your fingers and use them to make the opening of the bag as wide open as you can get it. Keep your mouth about 10 inches from the wide open end of the Windbag. Take a couple of deep breaths and blow one long, comfortable breath of air into the opening of the bag. Watch what happens to the bag. Were you surprised? What do you think happened? You can easily see that air takes up space and that more air got into the bag. The bag quickly inflated because the air from the atmosphere was pulled into the bag, alongside the stream of air from your lungs. When you blew into the bag, you created an area of low pressure inside the bag. Higher pressure air around you in the atmosphere rushes into the bag to equalize things. In other words, air in the atmosphere is pulled into the bag at the same time you're blowing into it, as long as the opening of the bag is not on your mouth. What does all this have to do with flight? An airplane pushes air out of the way as it flies. That air must go somewhere, so it squeezes between the wings and the surrounding air. Because it has less room, the air moving over the wing speeds up more and loses more pressure than the air below the wing. The higher air pressure below pushes the wing and the airplane up, just like our strip of paper did. These interesting results are due to the Bernoulli Principle. Daniel Bernoulli was a Swiss scientist who was able to show that when air flows faster over the curved surface of an aircraft wing, the reduced pressure on top of the wing creates lift. We can explore Bernoulli's principle in STEM Station. Since air is invisible, we easily forget that it is all around us, and so is gravity. Gravity is the force that is constantly pulling you towards the earth. Lift is the upward force required to overcome gravity. In our next video, we will explore more how airplanes move through the air.